Professor Phillips, this message is for Destiny. So I see that you have submitted your information. You are in Math 23 and you're going to go up to the Math 150, and then you're in English 84, you're going to go up to the 1A. So one thing about the A and the 84 is that we combine those into an RWA, so that sequence has changed a little bit. So for the math, it's going to be for you 23, 40, 73, and then 150. And then the English, it looks like it's going to be RWA, and then 1A, and then 1C. Oops, 1C. All right, and then let's see what else you have down here. CSULB, go Beach, yay, that's my alma mater. So psych, okay, good. So psychology, let's look at your transcripts really quickly. Let's get those going. And your transfer major sheet for psych should be right here, very good. So you have the AAT courses, and it says that the required courses are here, Psych 5, Psych 9B, so we're going to put those down under transfer major. Psych, my thing is still green, let me take this off. Okay. Psych 5, Psych 9B, and what else, let's see. Statistics, so all three of these are stats, you just choose one. Looks like you chose the Math 150. Sometimes for psych majors they like to see the Psych 9A, so we can update that. We can put Psych 9A. If it's not available, you could do the Math 150, but a lot of times for psych majors, they want you to do Psych 9A instead of Math 150. And then select one course from here. So you have Psych 7 and Bio 10 to choose from. So it's Psych 7 or Bio 10. And then they have two courses from here. So these are all your optional courses, and a couple of ways that you can decide on what to take. So we'll just put some placeholders here. So you can read up in the catalog about what the classes are and decide what's interesting. So 325 here in the current catalog. So for example, you say you're like looking up, oh, Psych 10, let's see what that is. Oh, that's African American psychology. And then you can read down here to see what that study might be like and decide if you're going to take that course. I teach this course next semester online if you are interested in taking it. So those are going to be your choice. The other way to choose what two courses to take would be to look at other options on where you want to transfer to. So Dominguez says these right here. You'd be prepared for Dominguez. Fullerton, same thing. You're preparing for Fullerton. Long Beach, they say 5 stats, Psych 7, and Psych 9B. So if you wanted to prepare for this one, you would basically choose Psych 7 instead of Bio 10, and now you're preparing for Cal State Long Beach as well, right? Since that's where you said you wanted to go. And then if you wanted to prepare for any others, you'd be preparing for Northridge and so on and so forth. So maybe if you wanted to prepare for San Diego, you could do Psych 16, but that's how you choose the courses, these other two courses, and know that you're on the right track. All right, so you are going to look up the units in the catalog, and then you're going to look up the prerequisites as well and add it up. And then same thing for the CSU, since you're going to Cal State Long Beach, we'll highlight this section. And so let's see what you have on your transcripts. This is your first semester. Okay, so your Human Development 110 is in your E1 section. Human Development is right here. And you have Psych 5 in D9. Well, just D, really. So we could put Psych 5 in the D area. And what else do you have? English A and 84. Okay. So technically those would, you're taking them right now, so that's fine. We can change this to that. Any student after this semester would be doing RWA. So we'll keep that there, and that's non-transferable, so it would go here, English 84 and English A. All right, and then everything else, so the English 1A goes up here, English 1A, and then English 1C, and I'll show you where we're getting that information from the catalog. So if you go to page 79 in the catalog, on the bottom, you'll see CSU General Education, Area A, A1, A2, and A3. So speech is A1. So we write down, oopsie daisy, I put them in the wrong section. Don't be like me, be better. Okay, Communication Studies 100, and then English 1A, and then English 1C. It's late. All right. So like I said, A2, English 1A, A3, English 1C. And so that's how we have A1, 2, and 3 right here. Now, you might recognize that Psych 5 is in both areas. You're going to put the units in the major section, and over here in GE, just put a little dash. And then remember, Psych 9A is statistics, so this is a math course. So when you look it up, you'd see it's 4 units, but in your math area over here, you would put Psych 9A and you would put a little dash, no units there. And then Psych 7 is a science course, and so no units there, you would put the units on this side. And then whatever you choose here, like say you choose, say Psych 10 and say Psych 16. One of those is also going to go over here and you will not need to put the units there. So for example, right? So that's how the double counting works, but not double counting the units. All right, so back to GE. B1 is a physical science, B2 is a life science. So B2 is a Psych 7, like I had already mentioned, and that's 3 units and it does not have a laboratory. So your B1 needs to have a laboratory. The laboratory has an asterisk. So for example, when you look this up, you'll see Geography 6 is a 1-unit class. It goes with Geography 1, and that's a lecture and lab. So hypothetically, you would put both those down. But if you looked up like Physical Science 25, you would see it's 4 units, and so therefore that class has a lab in it, and you would just write that down one time, and that would be it. So you get to choose your science class and the laboratory. C, Area C is, let me close this, Area C is Arts and Humanities. So Area C has 9 units required, and you're going to do 1 class from C1, 1 class from C2, and 1 more from either one. And you're currently, you don't have any of those just yet, so you get to choose those. Some students like to do their history requirement as a C2, and then they choose 1 more from C1 and 1 more from C1 or C2. So this is an option for you there, and then choose 1 more from C1 and 1 more from C1 or C2. Now, Area D. Where's my catalog? D. So Area D is here. You need 9 semester units. Now, you already have to take your Psych 5, and then you could choose 1 more option here. You just can't choose all 3 in one section, so it says courses must be selected from at least 2 different subsections. So you can choose 2 psychology courses and then 1 more in another area of your choice. A lot of students do Political Science 1 because it is a requirement for graduation once you get to the CSU. So you could do Polit 1 like that. Area E, like I said before, is your Human Development 110 class, Lifelong Learning, Area E, and so that is why it is there in your document. So you're going to, like I said, look these up, put the units down, total it out, look up the prerequisites, choose your 2 psych courses here, make sure they correlate with your major, total your units, put the prerequisites on this side here, and then you total your GE and your major. If you're not at 60 by your GE and your major, then you add the electives to get to 60 or more units, okay? So once you do that, what you would do is look at your transcripts and say, okay, I'm already in English 84A, Human Development, and Psych 5, and you put those down here in your first semester. Boom, 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 and boom. As you do that, you come back to this page and you can highlight what you write down, for example, like HD, and then the English, and then Psych 5. Now you're keeping track of what you've taken and what you've written down on your planning, on your educational plan. So then you would know as you go through what's next. Keep in mind that you need to pay attention to the prerequisites so that you don't put something down in the wrong section. All right, so make sure you look them all up because the other ones have prerequisites too. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Once you're done, you can proceed to fill out the rest of your educational plan as well. All right, take care. Bye.